Hello everyone, and welcome to your Mind Body Soul Transformation Week Ahead energy reading. There is a lot happening this week. The energy has been big for me this week, and a lot of it actually is speaking your truth, stepping into your truth, moving from your truth, and trusting that will open the timeline that is most aligned with where you are meant to be right now. Today we've got Venus moving into Taurus. We also have Mercury sextiling Mars, energetically Australian time at least right now, which again is about speaking your truth and just surrendering that by doing that you are calling in what is meant for you, and that could be releases. We do have a full moon coming up, but it also could be calling in energetically what is aligned with that truth right now, trusting. We have Mercury moving into Cancer, and we also have Jupiter moving into Cancer this week. So really shifting into that emotional communication with Mercury moving into Cancer, heartfelt conversations, expression, articulating your feelings and aligning your words with your authentic self, with your authentic truth, connecting deeply to yourself and others. Then with Jupiter shifting into Cancer, we're shifting from Jupiter out of Gemini, which was very intellectual, into Cancer, which is very feeling, heart-based, emotional depth, trusting your intuition, and focusing on what feels emotionally fulfilling, allowing your truth to guide you. Are you getting the theme yet? Then we have the full moon in Sagittarius on the 11th at 20 degrees. Now, Sagittarius is ruled by Jupiter, so that's all about expansive thinking and spiritual growth. And really, again, the themes with this full moon are embracing the truth, releasing what no longer serves, what's not in alignment with that truth. By expressing your truth, how are you creating space to call in what is in alignment with your truth, and seeking freedom through that authenticity, like letting go of outdated narratives, outdated ideas, outdated beliefs that are holding you back from your authentic truth, from expressing that truth, and really starting to get in alignment. And that in itself brings freedom. On the 15th, we have Saturn and Neptune conjunct Aries. There's a lot out there for you to tap into around that energy. But basically, this is bringing together structure and spirituality. It challenges you to start to ground your dreams into a reality and take steps towards your vision. Again, what is your truth? Let's start moving from that truth. Last night, as I was driving home, I was reflecting a little bit on something that has been happening in my space energetically, but also those around me this week. And it was really talking about how, as humans, we so often get ourselves caught up in the fear of the what ifs. What ifs in 5 weeks, in 5 years from now, this all falls apart? What if this happens? What if this isn't successful? What if I end up getting hurt? All of the things that hold us back from pursuing something that might be in alignment right now. And I got this really powerful visual of, at any moment in time, we're standing on a threshold of infinite possibilities ahead of ourselves. And so those what ifs are actually not helpful, because they're not grounded in anything that we can cling on to or grasp onto or know with any certainty. All we know and all we can make a decision about is what is the next most aligned step. And I'm actually going to try and record a first podcast episode of season 2 on this topic to release in the coming weeks as well, because it feels really potent within the energy and a really powerful concept, I think, that we're needing to come back to right now. So let's dive in. I'm going to start by using my Sacred Forest Oracle deck. I actually just use this deck for a personal reading for myself. Beautiful messages coming through to connect with spirit that's on the other side. So I just want to see what messages want to come through for you, for the collective, speaking to the week ahead. I think even just on this truth matter, I mean, most of our social medias right now, most of our socials right now are pretty alight with some revelations being shared by different people of power. I don't really want to use that word, but people who have positional power maybe online right now. I don't want to bring that energy too much in, but you can see how this kind of does play out on every level. We've got change coming through, letting go, and then it will be interesting to see what's shared there, but also what shifts and transforms as a result of these truths on that more world stage level. I just saw the power card, which is interesting. Phoenix, transmutation. All right, let's see. Wants to come through for the mind, body, soul transformation for the week ahead. Spirit messages that are of the light and for the best and highest good of all. Started with the card that I saw right at the start of that shuffle, which is fire, spirit, energy. She's a tree, actually. I'll show you the card shortly. Any other messages from this deck, Spirit? Yep. Elves, playfulness. I feel like there's one more. Anything else, Spirit? Two more shuffles, 2, 3, no more. On the bottom of the deck, we have Maple Spirit Generosity, which is a number 23 card. And Strength underneath that, Generosity and Strength. The reason why I'm actually going to show you this card is because as I was speaking about using this deck and I put this book back down, this image drew my attention because, well, actually because in one of my Reiki attunements, I got this visual of a doorway into a tree that I went into to meet my Reiki guide, and it's actually on this card, which is a number 2 card, Ancient Oak Spirit. We've got Maple Spirit and Oak Spirit, so 2 tree spirits here. Strength and generosity. I'm going to leave those out and to the side. I don't think they're central to the reading, but I do think there is something there with those 2 cards. So as I said, the first card I got was this Fire Spirit card, a number 17 card. What's drawn my attention on this card, besides the lightning and the flames in her hands, is the fact that her body is actually a tree trunk. I'm going to read that card for you. And then we also got Elves, Playfulness, number 15 card. Interesting. Her hands are behind her back. They're not actually tied, but I heard hands tied behind our backs. Is something maybe holding us back from playfulness right now. I'm going to go to the Sacred Symbols Oracle deck just around that question. I'm not sure if that's the one to clarify the fire spirit with, but yeah, I feel like there's something in here around this playfulness. Hiding her. I feel like I'm getting a message about also maybe hiding our hand, as in not showing. Maybe this comes back to that truth piece, not actually showing people what we're working with, what we're capable of. Let's see, can you just give me more focus, more on this playfulness card, Spirit? Especially if it's a message around, yeah, hands behind our back. Hands behind our back. Which is very different to the other card where it's like her hands are like this, literally holding the fire. Playfulness. Anything else, Spirit, besides focus? Thank you. Affluence. Veiled. Soulmate. And affluence. Focus, soulmate, affluence. And something is veiled right now, which is the hands behind our back. But we've got, all right, I'm going to read the playfulness card first, actually, because that's obviously the one that's drawing most of my attention right now. Number 15 card, as I said, not showing our hand. I don't know. Let's see if we can piece this together. Playfulness. I'll show you the card again. The elves have invited you to dance with them under the stars and the moon. The music begins and you twirl and leap with glee. Elves and fairies dance around you, and the wild spirit of the night fills you. All inhibitions dissolve, and you giggle with delight as the spirit of playfulness embraces you. Allow your inner child to play. Embrace your innocence. If you have been taking life too seriously, this card reminds you to lighten up. All that is required of you is to enjoy yourself. If your responsibilities and hard work have clogged your life force energy, it's time to give yourself a break and have some fun. Nurture your spirit by doing something unexpected or even silly. The greatest gift you can give the world is your joy, so make play a priority. Like fairies, elves live in the forests, meadows, and hollowed out tree trunks. There are accounts of elves throughout history in every country of the world. Many people attest to having seen them playing in the woods. In some traditions, they are thought to be gleeful tricksters with a reputation for pranks and mischief. Allow this joyous energy into your day now. The spirit of the elf says, embrace your innocence, let go of heavy responsibilities, give yourself a break, nurture your spirit by doing something fun. Joy is as important for sustaining yourself as the food you eat. So there's a bit that was coming through as I was reading that out. With the elves card, I thought trickster energy, so I'm not sure if there is some trickster energy at play in your life right now, and it keeps bringing me back to this truth piece. Are there people in your life that are stopping you from communicating your truth or moving in your truth, that are making you hide parts of yourself, hide your hand, or feeling like your hands are literally tied behind your back and you can't do whatever it is that you're wanting to do. I feel like there is a piece here of needing to release that and to step into your truth, and that is moving with your joy. What lights you up? What is the next step that lights you up, that brings you joy, that feels playful, that feels aligned? It doesn't mean it won't feel scary, but what is that piece for you? That is what you're being asked to do right now. And there may be energies around you that are trying to stop you from that. But similarly, there will be energies around you that are supporting you in that. So leaning into your intuition to really work that out will be important. Now, again, we got the focus, soulmate, and affluence card here. Drawing my attention with these two cards is that the arrow is pointing away from the heart. So we think Cupid's arrow. It's like, what is it that your heart is desiring right now? That could be a soulmate, or it could be that kind of aligned energy in some other part of your life. You need to focus and really clearly articulate and direct your energy towards what it is that you want. And that, again, that will be these things, the things that light you up, the things that bring you joy, that make you feel playful. Affluence, I feel like the symbol is significant here, which I actually don't. Let me see what the symbol is. Yantra. This is the symbol of Hindu Tantra, which is based on Hindu philosophy of Shaktism. So I'm going to look that up. I'll read the card to you. Affluence. Wealth in all forms is available to you now. You are rich on all accounts. Drawing this card invites you to feel the abundant flow of having all that you need on the material and spiritual planes. If you are inquiring about a situation or relationship, this certainly indicates there is much to be experienced here. Enjoy the fruits of your labor. You're being provided for and rewarded at this time. So if you can focus, move in alignment with your truth, speak in alignment with your truth, really clearly from your heart, the fruits of your labor are coming in. You'll be provided for and rewarded at this time with what is in alignment with your truth. Well, that's a beautiful way to start. All right, now we've got the fire energy card, and I'll show you that one again as I read it to you. Number 17 card. One jagged shard of lightning after another strikes the earth. Loud, rumbling, crashing thunder reverberates through the forest. The trees seem to vibrate together as one being in response to the lightning, as the fire spirit activates the core of existence. Extraordinary life force energy surges through your body and through the land. You can feel the vigor of the forest expanding majestically. Take action. This is not a time to hold back in life. Do not repress what you feel or allow yourself to be drained by others. If you strive to meet everyone's expectations and fulfill the needs of others, but forget to honor your own needs, your energy becomes depleted and dull. Break free of your constraints, whether self-inflicted or imposed upon you by others. Activate your verve and your passion. Give your emotions free rein. Waves of energy will surge through you as you spontaneously express yourself. Running on your own resources, however, can be depleting. Allow the Creator to flow through you. Be open to receive, knowing that you don't have to do it all yourself. This replenishes your soul and supports you in accessing enormous amounts of energy. The power of fire spirit is renowned. One of the 4 prime elements, it traditionally represents transformation, passion, zeal, enthusiasm, creativity, and activation. In many traditions, fire is synonymous with the creation itself. Let the energy of fire inspire action and movement for you now. The spirit of fire says, incredible vitality, life force energy, and passion are expanding in your life. If you start to feel drained by the expectations of others, don't hold back. Ignite your inner fire. Speak your truth. Let the light of the Creator surge through you. Wow. Well, we're bang on with what was coming through for me right now. I'm just wondering if I should have a look at this strength card. Let's see. I did just see it flick through, so we will read it right now. Strength, ancient oak spirit. Walking softly into the forest, you can hear the deep, sonorous voice of the oak. When the great oak spirit speaks, the forest becomes still and listens. Although you may not be consciously aware of them, powerful and profound messages seep into your soul and can be felt in the core of your being. This card represents standing strong in your truth. It appears as a sign that you need to step into your strength, or conversely, when you are responding to a situation with too much strength. Recall how a strong wind will cause the flexible willow to bend, but the rigid oak branch to break. The appearance of the ancient oak spirit may foretell mystical experiences ahead. Oak spirit acts as a reminder of the wellspring power within you. Traditionally, this tree has symbolized endurance, strength, mystical wisdom, and nobility. Remember that inner strength means speaking your truth without guile or over-explaining yourself. It means living with full authenticity, even if everyone seems against you. The oak tree doesn't need to overtly declare its power. It just is. There may be a blockage in your life, or one soon to come. Now is the time to amass your inner strength to move beyond it. This card is a card of good fortune. If a dream has eluded you, know that you have the fortitude to achieve your goals. Help from mystical realms is at hand. Believe in your own inner strength. What are currently obstacles will be tomorrow's stepping stones to success. The spirit of the ancient oak tree says, you are wise and strong beyond measure. Stand firm and rooted where you are. Speak your truth. You are intuitively guided in the right direction. Another week, another mind blown at least, by the cards that come out. That's so aligned with the energy that I've been moving through this week. I'll just read the last part of the Maple Spirit because it speaks to this affluence card that we had already as well. The Spirit of the Maple says, be open to receive the bounty of the universe. At the same time, be generous with others and with yourself. A warmth of spirit radiates from you. Share from your heart and receive with an open heart, and success will blossom. Okay. Wow, what a place to start. I don't think I need to clarify the fire spirit at all. So we are going to dive into the tarot. I have the earth tarot out on my desk, so I think we're going to start there. just seeing the Queen of Wands and the King of Wands. So coming back to that soulmate message and Ten of Pentacles. There definitely might be something there for some of you around speaking your truth within a connection. And Seven of Wands keeps wanting to stay on the bottom of the deck as well. So that speaking your truth and protecting yourself from the influence of others' energies, which we've had come through. Ace of Wands as well. New, passionate, driven, playful, joyful energy. I've also just seen the Queen of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles. I definitely am feeling there's a relationship. Well, it makes sense with the Cancer and this energy being very emotional. There is relationship themes within this speaking your truth piece as well. All right. Thank you, Spirit. Messages for the Mind, Body, Soul Transformation Collective for the week ahead. What do we need to know? Temperance and the Three of Swords coming out on top of each other to begin with. Three of Swords is heartbreak. The Empress. What do we need to know, Spirit? What do we need to know? I've been having some issues with my recording lately, so just in case you missed that, we had the Three of Swords and Temperance come out, and then the Empress, and I'm still shuffling just to get some more cards. What do we need to know, Spirit? What do we need to know? Ten of Wands. Anything else? Didn't quite come out, but it was the Chariot. Tried to. Three more shuffles. The Hierophant coming out and landing on the Empress. The Hierophant last week too. Last shuffle, thanks, right. Ace of Wands back at the bottom of the deck. Page of Cups. So the first cards we got out were these two together, Three of Swords and the Temperance card. Temperance can speak to balance, divine guidance. And then we've got the Three of Swords, which I think we had last week as well. I've definitely had it in a reading I've done in the last week of heartbreak. And it's landed over the Fire Spirit card, and I just got the sense of there might be some things in terms of this overarching message of speaking the truth, although we don't have the Ace of Swords out, but this overarching message of needing to release things, and that's not necessarily going to be easy, but it is bringing us back into alignment with our spiritual path, back into balance, and burning away and releasing with the Fire Spirit card all that no longer is in alignment with us, and really moving into this Empress energy of trusting in, speaking our truth, and then being ready to receive, being ready to trust in what is meant for you will not pass you by. Trust in all that is meant for you will come into your life. The Hierophant fell out like this on the Empress card. You can see they're actually quite similar cards. Empress can also speak to mother energy. She is pregnant in that card too. So that might be a message for some of you. Hierophant we had last week as well. Last week I was getting that real High Priestess energy from it, stepping into that heart-led leadership. The Hierophant energy is Taurus energy. It speaks to structures and systems, so religion, education. I think we're going to clarify a little bit more why that card is here. And then we actually had the Ten of Wands, which is putting down the burden, releasing the burden. And again, this might be around something within your life and needing to release that. It might just be the burden of all of those outdated things that are no longer in alignment with you, narratives, beliefs, relationships, whatever it is, finally putting those down to allow you to really step into this place of abundance and affluence and receiving what is meant for you. Just what deck to use next? Deck I want's on the floor, but my kitten's on my lap, so no, I can't. She's going to have to move either way. I'm going to use Lightseer's Tarot to clarify. Just saw the Ace of Swords in this deck, so also saw the King of Wands again and the Three of Swords. Oh gosh. Lovers, the World, Knight of Wands, the Fool. Yeah, one more of those. And we'll see what wants to come through. Ten of Wands again too. Alright. Can we have a little bit more, Spirit, please, on the Three of Swords here and why it is here? Why is the Three of Swords here, Spirit? Thank you. The Emperor. Remember how we had the, and it actually landed on the Empress. Heartbreak. That is, again, more divine union, divine partnership energy. We had, what do we have first? King of Wands, Queen of Wands, Queen of Pentacles, King of Pentacles. We now have the Emperor and the Empress. There's definitely soulmate, divine union energy here. Twin flame, for those of you that follow that story. Fool on the bottom of the deck, but I was clarifying the Three of Swords. So there is heartbreak relating to the masculine aspect of the collective, of these relationships, of ourselves. Justice and bring things. We've got temperance and justice, bring things into balance. It's making me think of what I was speaking to before, of the two masculine. I don't know if that's the best description of them, but two masculine figures that are playing out their own breakup as it's being positioned online right now. There's something coming into balance. There's something within masculine energies that's ending. And I'm just getting within that with the Three of Swords, like that heartbreak piece. And Three of Swords isn't like the ultimate heartbreak. It's something that hurts, but it's not like Ten of Swords kind of energy. But I'm getting within that, it's like that release of beliefs that were associated with that energy. Anything more there, Spirit, around a Three of Swords and why it's here? Two of Cups. Because we can't come into union with this energy. King of Cups. Oops. These energies can't come into union until they've come into balance within. So what does this look like, Spirit? How is this balance happening? What is happening to bring about this balance? I'm almost feeling like that needs to be an oracle card. 3 more shuffles. Thank you. 2, 3. Nine of Swords and the Knight of Wands. Nine of Swords and Knight of Swords. Getting something here about quickly moving away with the Knight of Swords here from this energy. And Nine of Swords is like, I think we had it last week in a different deck. It's like, it's that anxiety, the things that keep you up at night, the nightmares of life, maybe actual nightmares. It's like we're moving on from this energy. The masculine of the fears, where we all started. It's like the masculine have been spending so much time worried about all of the what ifs. And they're recognizing now that that actually hasn't served them. They need to bring their energy back into balance and very quickly move on from that energy, come forward in alignment with what their truth is, in alignment and balance with their feminine energy, with their feminine counterpart, possibly, to call in affluence in all forms. Wow. Okay. I'm assuming I don't need to clarify the Empress here, so I'm just going to clarify the Hierophant, Spirit. Why is the Hierophant here? Judgment. Judgment. The Empress. And the High Priestess. Wow. And the Nine of Pentacles. I have chills. So I was clarifying the Hierophant card. We got Judgment, which is making a judgment, releasing. And then we got the Empress again. The very strong feminine energy here. The High Priestess. Remember with the Hierophant card last week, this was the energy I felt with it. It was the Priestess. Releasing the narratives around this Hierophant energy. And moving into a much more feminine, spiritual connection with the Hierophant energy of these systems and structures that our lives are grounded in, with this shift happening in the masculine of bringing out balance and releasing their way of holding on to the things that were ultimately causing fear within everybody, particularly within themselves. It is that surrender piece. Surrendering to our own wisdom, our own intuition, surrendering within our feminine energy, finally being able to step into our feminine energy of surrender and trust and receiving. And then again, I guess the Nine of Pentacles, it's the abundance card all over again, the affluence card all over again. So end of a chapter, which I guess is why the Ten of Wands is here. We're putting all this down. We've got the Ten of Wands, Ace of Wands at the bottom of the deck. We're putting all this down, that this baggage that we've been carrying, that's been holding us back, that's been keeping our hands tied behind our back, not allowing us to step into joy and playfulness and alignment and speaking our truth without fear of anything. We're putting that down and we're stepping into this new chapter. It could be a quick one this week. Ace of Swords at the bottom of the deck. And the Fool. It's a new chapter. And it all comes through speaking your truth. It's happening quickly. I'm feeling like I need some advice for the masculine energies in particular. The feminines who have already balanced their masculine and feminine within and are connected to their feminine energies in a real balanced way, that is what you need to do. You need to speak your truth and surrender to that path of alignment, one step at a time that is in alignment, that feels like it lights you up. Let go of anything that has held you back and kept your hands tied behind your back. What about advice for the masculines though, Spirit? Because it does feel like that energy is going to have a harder time of moving into this week. might be some truths that are aimed at the masculines, actually, is what's just come through there. What's some advice for the masculines? Thank you. Thank you. Ace of Wands out again. Something flipped over. King of Swords, I think it is, by the looks of it. King of Swords. So stepping into their own actual truth, not conditioned truth. Oh, 10-10 energy. 10 of Pentacles, 10 of Cups, and Ace of Wands. Follow. They just have to follow what lights them up. If they can follow what lights them up, if they can speak their truth, this is what they get. Which is surely what we all want. All right. I'm done. That's a beautiful message. This is new timelines. We are literally unlocking new timelines by following what lights us up. So please do that. You will be amazed at what is brought into your life if you can step into this energy this week and beyond. This is energy we should be in all the time. All right. Bye, everyone.